Five men went to a basketball game. Their car was later found deep in the mountains. It still had gas. It still worked. The road behind them was clear enough to drive back. But for some reason, all five men left the car and walked into the freezing darkness. Four bodies were eventually found. The fifth man was never seen again. And to this day, no one knows why they were there. This is the strange case of the Yuba County Five. On February 24th, 1978, five men from Yuba City, California, drove to Chico to watch a college basketball game. Their names were Gary Mathias, Jack Madruga, Jackie Hewitt, Ted Wire, and Bill Sterling. They were close friends. They loved basketball. And that night was supposed to be simple: watch the game, get snacks, drive home. But they never made it back. When their families realized they were missing, panic spread quickly. This was not normal behavior. They had a basketball tournament the next day. They were excited for it. They had no reason to disappear. Days later, their car was found abandoned on a remote mountain road in the Plumas National Forest. That was the first impossible detail. The car was not wrecked. It was not stuck beyond saving. There was still gas inside, and according to reports, it could still run. So why did they leave it? Even stranger, the road they were on was not the road home. They had somehow driven far into the mountains in the wrong direction, at night, during winter. No one knows why. There were no signs of violence around the car, no blood, no clear struggle, no note, just an empty vehicle sitting in the cold, and five men gone. For months the mountains kept their secret. Snow covered the ground. Search teams found nothing. Then, in June, the first major discovery was made. A trailer used by forest workers was found deep in the wilderness. Inside was the body of Ted Wire. He had survived for weeks after leaving the car, but the details inside the trailer only made the mystery darker. There was food nearby. There were matches. There were materials that could have been burned for warmth. There were supplies that might have helped him survive longer, but many of them had barely been used. Ted was found wrapped in sheets, badly weakened, as if he had slowly faded away in a place where help was almost within reach. Nearby, searchers found remains of some of the others. Jack Madruga and Bill Sterling were found on the mountain. Jackie Hewitt was also found later, but Gary Mathias was missing. His shoes were found in the trailer, but Gary himself was gone. No body, no confirmed trail, no final answer, only questions. Why did the five men drive into the mountains? Why did they abandon a working car? Why did they walk miles through freezing snow? Why did Ted not use more of the supplies in the trailer? And what happened to Gary Mathias? Over the years, many theories have been suggested. Some believe the men got scared by something on the road. Maybe another vehicle, maybe a confrontation, maybe someone forced them to drive into the mountains. Others believe they simply became confused and made a terrible mistake. But that explanation feels incomplete, because this was not just one wrong turn. This was a chain of strange decisions. A wrong road, an abandoned car, a long walk into the snow, a shelter with supplies, and one man who vanished completely. There was also one witness who claimed he was stranded nearby that same night. He said he heard voices. He thought he saw people. He even claimed he saw lights in the darkness. But his story never solved the case. It only added one more shadow to an already impossible night. The most disturbing part of the Yuba County Five case is not just that they died, it is that every possible answer creates another question. If they were lost, why not stay with the car? If they were scared, what scared them? If they found shelter, why did they not use everything inside? And if Gary Mathias left the trailer, where did he go? The mountains gave back four of the men, but not the truth. Today, the case is still remembered as one of America's strangest disappearances. Five friends left for a basketball game. They should have been home that night. Instead, their car was found in the wrong place. Their bodies were found months later, and one of them disappeared into the snow, as if the forest had swallowed him whole.